Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of simple and compound probabilities. This is standard 7.6i in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 4, which is a new item type called hot text off the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a clothing store. We've got some hats, jackets, pants, and sweaters. A customer is going to randomly select one of these items, and we've got some hot text here. So we need to find a probability. We'll randomly select a sweater or hat or a jacket, and you notice that you could just drag and drop, and you can actually use the same one twice if you really wanted to. And if you tried to just do one, you're going to get an error message that says you have not answered everything. So let's open up our graph draw feature here, and let's see what we have with this. It looks like we've got simple probability rather than a compound. Compound is when two things have to happen. First you do this, and then you do the second one. This is, you're just selecting one of these items. So we've got a sweater or a hat. So let's see how many total items we have here, right? So our total is going to be 5 plus 10, so that's going to make 15. Another 15 is going to be 30, and another 20 is going to be 50. Oh, that's pretty easy, because now what we need to do is we need to find the probability of each of these. So let's look at the sweater. All right, so the sweater over the total, that's going to be my fraction to find the probability of the sweater, right? So I've got 20 sweater over 50 total. Now here's probably one of the easiest ways to do it. You notice everything needs to go over here into a decimal, right? So I could simplify to 2/5, and then I could divide up. But you know what? I know that if I double this, watch what I get. I get a denominator of 100. So 100ths are going to be very helpful, because I can easily turn that into a decimal, right? So that's 40 hundredths, and this is 40 hundredths. So take a look at your denominator, and if you can make an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 10, 100, or 1,000, then you can easily translate it into decimal using simple place value. So that's my sweater, but it's a sweater or a hat. All right, so let's get my hat over my total to make a probability for the hat. 5 out of 50. Let's double it to get up to hundredths. All right, and we're going to get 10 hundredths. All right, so when you're looking at one or the other, then what you need to do, this or actually is a connector, and you actually need to combine those two, right? So you notice that 40 hundredths and 10 hundredths are actually both answer selections, right? You could do that here. But if we're doing an or, that simply means you need to add these two, right? So 40 hundredths and 10 hundredths, it's actually going to make 50 hundredths, because you have to put both of those together. And so I'll put that right here so we can see that. And so let's go ahead and just put that in there, that 50 hundredths. Move that out of the way. All right. Now we need the randomly selected jacket. Now this is a simple probability, because these are two independent events. It's not if they select one of these and then select a jacket, because if so, that would mean my denominator would change, because a sweater or a hat would be gone. But these two act independently. That's why it's a simple. It's either this or this. So we simply need to find the jacket, right? So the jacket over my total, and that's going to be 10 jackets, 50 total. So we're going to multiply that by 2 over 2, and there we go. Look at that, 20 hundredths, which means we're going to do 0.20. And that is my second answer.